I've been lucky that life has been one series of new and exciting experiences after another. And taking lessons with Lucy has been another very exciting and wholly novel experience for me.
Okay, let's go.
Right. Ready?
I really came to Lucy with an idea. Look, I'd like you to teach me something that will enable me to play jazz and ragtime better. And I have gotten to this via Mozart and via Bach and via Chopin, and that's something that I never would have imagined before. After a whole lifetime of playing, I have suddenly discovered dimensions in myself and dimensions in music that I had not dreamed of before. Now, mind you, I was having a very good time. I have always had a good time playing the piano, but now I think I'm having a good time learning more about myself and more about the piano.
I love new experiences partly because I know how to cope with them, because I had a lot of new experiences long ago that I coped with, and each one of them taught me how to cope with the new ones now. And I think what is so sad about some people who are older is that they're afraid of trying anything new because they think it's going to be painful and scary. And I think that is a great shame not to leave yourself open to whatever may happen.
I've made up my mind that for myself, and I'm not going to sit in the rocking chair, rocking back and forth, and listen to the murmur of my arteries hardening.
As soon as I mention what I want to do next, I'll think of something else. Right now, what I want to do, I want to do lectures on dance and on creativity as a whole and on films. After that, I'd love to be a cinematographer. I've dreamed of that. It's not a passing fancy. It's something I've dreamed of almost as soon as I picked up my first camera, and almost as soon as I reviewed my first movie. That I am determined to do. I am sure, but when I have mastered the things I've just mentioned, I'll think of something else. In other words, there's no end to the things I would like to do. I am going from one thing to another. For instance, just 3 months ago, I started a new job. I never had any reason to think I'd be a good photographer. I just did it. And it is true that anybody in this world is capable of doing something productive and important. It may be washing a floor better than anybody else, but there are people who are better handymen than any other handyman. Everybody can do something the best it can be done.
How do you like those two?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd really like to do Legend of Joseph.
All right, here's Legend of Joseph. I don't feel I am doing well for somebody my age. Now wait a minute. Yeah, Kevin Hayes. I don't want anybody to think of me as a 69 years old who is doing well. I want them to think of me as a person who is doing well. I'm a person. Older people should be people. They shouldn't be judged on what they're doing at that age. They should be judged on what they're doing. I don't think of my age at all. Many older people do not trust themselves to have fun. They're afraid they're going to be tired the next day. They're afraid if they drink too much, they're going to say something they wish they hadn't said. They're going to be afraid. People are going to laugh and say, oh, look at that old bag up there on the floor. What does she think she is? Well, I don't care. I do what I want to do. I do what I know I'm going to have fun doing. And Usually. Nobody thinks badly of me for it, and if they did, I don't care. It's my own opinion of myself that I care about.